Right, so welcome to our Wednesday evening flow and reflect class. So we'll start seated, so you can have a little move around, roll the shoulders, and gradually settle in to that place where you can pause. Maybe palms are facing up or down. And as you inhale, feel that you almost breathe from the tailbone all the way up through the spine, out through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, draw the belly in a little, draw the pelvic floor up. Do that a couple of times. Longer breath as it moves through the spine. And a drawing in and exhale. Connecting in. And after a while, you might just allow the breath to return to a natural rhythm. And just settle in, so feel the feet and the legs and the pelvis just resting on the ground. Feel the shoulders releasing down the back and the arms and the hands heavy. Feel the jaw releasing and the neck soft. And the belly soft, and just watching the breath as the belly moves in and out with the breath. Nothing you really need to do there. Just comes and goes. You can just have those moments of settling. So this week we've been exploring acceptance in place of blame. So Eckhart Tolle says, whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if you had chosen it yourself. Always work with it, not against it. And this will miraculously change your life. So acceptance is a powerful practice that helps us see clearly how things really are, rather than how the mind thinks they are, kind of beyond the filter of the mind. It allows us to really be present here and now. And blame just works to kind of hold us back from living this one true precious life. So we'll work with inviting in a sense of acceptance towards ourselves, our relationships, our life in general, and also our practice, our yoga practice as well. And this week I've been sharing some of my own blaming habits as a way for you to explore some of your own. And the more that I say these, the more I want to laugh about them, and they become more and more ridiculous the more I explain them. And hopefully you'll see maybe some similarities or qualities there that you recognize. It's quite a universal thing, blaming. So some of my favorite blaming habits are including blaming my husband for my tiredness when I'm feeling busy and overwhelmed, and I maybe feel he's not doing enough around the house. I might blame myself when I've had a bad night's sleep and I'm feeling unmotivated and don't want to do anything. And I might even blame the wind when I'm feeling irritable. It's a true story. And the more that I bring light to this, the more it just becomes less real. And it's really quite interesting to notice. So you might just explore some of your own blaming habits. Hey there, Emma. We're just starting seated. And in a really kind of light-hearted way. You might be aware of the blaming that so many people do when they stub their toe on something, look around for somebody to blame. Who left that there? You know, that kind of thing. And remembering that this is a habit of the mind, deeply worn grooves in the mind. We're working on automatic pilot mode. And when we bring awareness to it, we see it for what it really is. So beginning to lengthen your breath again. I'm particularly aware of that exhalation, and see if you can allow that to lengthen, not to any particular length, but just a gradual lengthening. And as you do that, you might just draw the belly in, the pelvic floor up ever so slightly, engaging the core. Each breath in, you can let go of the belly, allow a softening, and then the belly drawing in again as you exhale. And then the next time that you inhale, reach the hands out to the side and all the way up to the top, bring the palms together, and as you exhale, draw the hands into the heart and draw the belly in. Doing that a couple of times just to awaken the shoulders and the arms. Belly drawing in. Inhale, taking your time, seeing if you can slow the movement down to slow the breath down. And then inhale to the top. And exhale, release the hands behind, interlace the fingers, press the palms together perhaps, and draw the shoulder blades together. Inhale, opening the heart and the chest, and as you exhale, draw the belly in. Take another deep breath. And exhale. And then as you inhale, reach the hands all the way back up to the top. And exhale the hands down into the heart space and roll over the legs, come into tabletop. Hips over knees, shoulders over wrists, fingertips nicely spread. And as you inhale, you can move through cat-cow, so allow the belly to drop and soften. And then as you exhale, round through the spine, pressing into the hands and the tops of the feet. A couple of times like that, and as you do this, just be aware of where your body is today. So maybe there is tightness or even pain somewhere, and that might mean you just need to take your practice to a different place than you normally would. And see if you can allow and accept that to be what it is. So even here on our mats, accepting that our practice isn't always exactly the same. We might need to adjust. Or maybe there's loads of energy there and you want to work a little bit harder this evening, and that's great as well. But just that listening in. And then the next time that you exhale, complete that round, complete that breath, come back to center and tuck the toes into your down dog. Have a little walk out through the legs, spread the fingertips, easing out tension in the back of the legs. And then as you inhale, come forward into your plank. So you might need to lengthen the feet at that point, lengthen the legs away. So that gives you a kind of really good indication of where the hands and the feet should be. So take an inhale, and then as you exhale, push into the hands and lift the pelvis up. You might at that point want to just inch the toes in, but try not to bring them in too far. Spread the fingertips, space between thumb and index finger down. Lift the pelvis as you inhale, press into the hands. And as you exhale, draw the belly in, pelvic floor up, soften in, let go of the head as well. So just have that releasing. Do that a couple of times with the breaths. You might even bend into the knees slightly. Inhale, lifting pelvis, press into the hands. Exhaling, softening in. And then as you inhale, come forward into your plank again. Make sure shoulders over wrists. Draw the belly in. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, allow the crown of the head to come forward. Bring the knees, the chest, chin down. Inhale into your cobra, hands under the shoulders, press into the tops of the feet. And as you exhale, travel back into your down dog. Take an inhale and lift the pelvis. And as you exhale, soften in. Do that again. So you're inhaling, coming forward into your plank. Draw the belly in as you exhale. Push the heels back ever so slightly. So the shoulders over wrists, strengthening through the legs. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, push into the toes. So the crown of the head coming forward. And then the knees and the chest and the chin down. Taking your time. Inhale, keep the elbows nicely close to the body. And then exhaling, traveling back to your down dog. Inhale to lift the pelvis. And exhale to soften in, maybe drawing the knees slightly out to the side if they have a tendency to drop in. I know mine do. My legs can be a little bit lazy and I need to connect into the thighs by drawing the knees out. And then when you're ready, inhale to step right leg, then left leg into your half lift, and as you exhale, fold in over the legs. And then bending through the knees, inhale to come all the way up to stand. Press into the feet, reach up through the hands when you get to the top, and exhale to bring the hands into the heart space. And as you inhale, just feel that you could lift the heart ever so slightly there. And as you exhale, draw the belly in, pelvic floor up. And then inhale, reaching the hands back up to the top. And exhaling, folding through. Inhale for your half lift. And as you exhale, step left leg and right leg, so you're back to your plank. Pushing back through the heels, lengthening the tailbone, take an inhale. And as you exhale, push the weight forward. And then knees, chest, chin, or one straight line if you're feeling strong there. But keep the elbows into the body, take your time. Press into the tops of the feet, inhale to your cobra. And exhale, travel back. Into your down dog. And remembering, don't walk the feet in too far towards the hands, and that will help you to get more length in the back of the body gradually over time. So you're lifting the pelvis as you inhale, spreading the fingertips, draw the belly in and up as you exhale. And then gazing forward, inhale, left leg, then right leg into your half lift, exhaling, folding in. Inhale to come up to stand, press into the feet, lift the hands up to the top, exhale the hands to prayer. Inhale into the heart, lifting the hands, lifting the chest. Exhale, belly draws in. And then inhale, reach the hands back up to the top. And exhaling, folding through. Taking your time just to gradually warm up the body. Inhale for your half lift. And then exhale, right leg, left leg. Plank. Inhaling there, pushing back through the heels, lengthening the tailbone. And as you exhale, forward, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, down dog. And then from your down dog, inhale, lift the right leg. Bend the knee, open up through the side. Send the left heel to the mat. Make sure the fingertips are still spread. You can press into the hands a bit more. Let go of the head. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, bring that foot forward, drop the left knee, and inhale to your lunge. Reach up through the fingertips, and as you exhale, draw the belly in and draw the right hip in. Take another inhale, reach up, and as you exhale, bring the left hand down, press into the left hand, inhale the right hand up. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, bring the right hand onto the knee or the thigh, and then gradually allow that knee to come out to the side. You might come onto the side of the foot and open up through the pelvis. So that left hand and arm is quite strong. Pressing into the mat, you could stay open through the shoulder. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, you might see if you could bend into that elbow. But don't allow the elbow to go out to the side. It's coming back towards the body. So maybe sinking down. Might just be a little way. Maybe feeling the strength in that arm as well. And then take an inhale, come back up, bring that knee back in, step back for a vinyasa, so your plank. Inhale, exhale, crown of the head forward, and maybe you're coming through chaturanga, one straight line, if you're feeling that that's where your practice is going to be this evening. Otherwise, you can always miss out some vinyasas as well, so remembering to be kind to your body. And then from your down dog, inhale, left leg lifts, bend the knee. Send the right heel to the mat, opening up through the hip. Make sure the fingertips are spread. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, you come forward, drop the right knee. Inhale to your lunge. Exhale, belly draws in and the hip draws in, the thighs towards one another. Take an inhale, reach up through the fingertips, and as you exhale, the right hand comes down. Press into the hand, lift the left hand up so you're opening through the side of the chest. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, the hand comes down onto the thigh, and then the knee out to the side. So you're into the lifting the inner arch. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, bending into that elbow, making sure it's going back towards the body, not out to the side, and just seeing how that feels in the inner groin, hip area. Maybe there's a little quiver in that right arm. Keep the side of the chest open. And then inhale, coming back, stepping back, vinyasa, and all the way through. Inhaling cobra and exhaling back. And again, inhaling to lift the right leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Send the left heel to the mat. Inhale, lift the right leg. And then exhale, bring the foot forward. This time, keep the left knee lifted. Inhale to a high lunge. As you exhale at the top, draw the belly in, draw the hip in, and you might bend into that left knee a little so that you can find that neutral pelvis. And then send the left heel back. And then take an inhale, reach up through the fingertips. And as you exhale, bring the hands on the inside of that leg. So you might feel at that point that you can lengthen that left leg away a bit further. You might make space for the right shoulder, so the right foot going out to the side slightly, but the shoulders are over the wrists. Take an inhale there, keep that left heel pressing back. And as you exhale, a little bend into the elbows as you kind of sink down towards the earth. Keep that right knee drawn in, so it's probably touching the shoulder or the top of the arm. And then take an inhale, come back up. And as you exhale, turn, so you're walking to the kind of middle of the mat and then over to the left side. And then shoulders are over wrists again, you're pressing back through the right heel, draw the left knee in. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, a little bend into the elbows as you sink towards the earth. And then inhale back up to the top. And exhale, walking your way back to the right foot, hands either side of the foot, step back, vinyasa. Or you can always leave out the vinyasas, so do remember that. And then you're back to your down dog. And then inhale to lift the left leg. Bend the knee, right heel goes towards the mat, so you're engaging that leg. Lift the left knee a little bit higher. And then exhale, bring the foot forward. Keep the right knee lifted. Inhale to your high lunge. Drawing the hip in, the belly in, squeezing the inner thighs towards one another. Take a big inhale, reach up through the fingertips, and as you exhale, the hands come on the inside. At that point, you might want to lengthen that right leg away. Draw the left knee in, but you've got space for the shoulders. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, that little dip down, as if the nose is going to come down onto the mat. Probably won't reach. Maybe. Take an inhale, come back up. And as you exhale, walk, move the feet at the same time. So you're walking round to that right foot. Lengthen that left leg away. Right knee over ankle at the front. Inhale. And then as you exhale, bending into the elbows. Might be just a little. Might really feel that into the hips. And then inhale back. And exhale, come back to your left foot at the top of the mat. Move through a vinyasa. And then exhaling back to your down dog. And have a little pause in your down dog, but do all those little check-ins. So you might be pausing, but there's lots that kind of internally is happening. So that little lift in the pelvis as you inhale, drawing the knees out to the side, space between thumb and index finger drawing down, releasing the head. Perhaps a little bend into the elbows. And then as you inhale, come forward into your plank. Draw the belly in, push back through the heels. So feeling that strength in the legs, in the arms. Take an inhale, and we're just going to come down halfway, or maybe not even halfway, maybe like a quarter of the way down. And then as you inhale, come back up, push into the hands. And then as you exhale, come back to your down dog. And perhaps there's a little bend into the elbows. So just feeling that strength in the arms and what's possible in the arms there. And then as you inhale, come back to your plank. And as you exhale, bend into the elbows, maybe halfway, maybe just a quarter of the way down, depending on how that feels. And then inhale back up. And then exhale to your down dog. And then inhale forward to plank. Won't do that again, don't worry. Right hand, middle of the mat, turn to the side. Your side plank, so you're reaching up through that left hand, reach up through that left hip. You might stay there, or you might lift the left leg. See how that feels. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, slowly back to your plank. And then the left hand, turn to the left side, reaching that right hand up. Lift the right hip, and maybe lift the right leg. Take an inhale, and then slowly, slowly come back to your plank. Inhaling there, and then exhale all the way down. Inhale cobra, soften the shoulders, and then exhale down dog. And then from there, inhale to step, or maybe hop the feet to the top of the mat. Into your half lift. Exhaling, folding in over the legs. Inhale back up to stand. And then exhale the hands to prayer. Lifting the heart as you inhale. And exhaling to ground. And then we'll move into chair. So feet together or feet hip distance. Inhale. Sitting down into that as you exhale, draw the belly in, draw the biceps in towards the head or the ears, squeezing the hands towards one another. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, fold all the way through. Inhale for your half lift, and as you exhale, we'll step back with that left leg, plant the foot down, inhale to your warrior one, and then as you exhale, draw the belly in, bend into that right leg a tiny bit further. But then just check here. So can you draw the biceps in around the ears or the cheeks a little bit more? Can you reach up through the fingertips? Can you draw that right hip in? Can you plant the left foot onto the mat just a tiny bit further? Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, bring the left elbow over the right, finding your eagle arms, or take the shoulders. If you have eagle arms, lift the elbows slightly. And then take another inhale. And as you exhale, step forward into that right leg. Lift the left leg. Come into like your warrior three, but keep your eagle arms. So press through the left heel. Drop the toes. So you allow that left hip to drop. Draw up through the standing leg. And you might just see if you can allow shoulders to move away from the head. Belly draws in as you exhale. Keep that connection through the right leg, through the right thigh. And then take an inhale, bend into the right leg, step that left leg to the back of the mat, reach the hands up, so feel that release through the arms and the shoulders, and as you exhale, release. Step back to your plank, press back through the heels, draw the belly in, lengthen the tailbone, take an inhale, and as you exhale, all the way through, so either your chaturanga or all the way down. Inhale, cobra, and exhaling back. And then from your down dog, inhale to step or hop the feet to the top of the mat into your half lift. And exhaling, folding in. Inhale to come back to your chair. So just remember that foot distance, the feet apart or together. Drawing the biceps by the ears, draw the belly in. Take an inhale, lengthen the legs, reach up through the hands. And exhale to bring the hands into the heart space. And then as you inhale, come back to your chair, sitting down into that nice little chair. And then as you exhale, fold all the way through. Inhale for your half lift. And as you exhale, step right leg. Inhale to your warrior one. Setting that up. So take a bit of time. Right foot pressing into the mat, left hip drawing in. Squeeze the thighs towards one another. Bend into that left leg. Draw the biceps in by the ears, reach up through the fingertips, and just notice if the lower ribs are sticking out just a little, draw them in. And the outside of that right foot really pressing into the mat. Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, the right elbow coming over the left, your eagle arms, or take the shoulders if you need to. Lift the elbows ever so slightly if you're in your eagle arms. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, step forward into that left leg, getting ready to fly. Press through the right heel, lift the foot. So if you can imagine where the hip is, try and lift the right foot to the height of the hip. It's probably not going to go any higher than that anyway, especially if you keep the toe pointing down towards the earth. So just lift, lift, lift. Draw up through that left leg. Soften through the shoulders and even the neck, to let the neck be soft as well. Each time you exhale, draw belly in. And then inhale, stepping that right foot to the back of the mat, release the hands, reach them up, feel that release through the arms and the shoulders, and as you exhale, all the way down to your plank. Push back through the heels, draw the belly in, take an inhale, and then exhale, release all the way through. Inhale, cobra, or your up dog, and then exhale, back to your down dog, and have a little pause there, and do all those little checks. Breathing deeply into the body, letting the heart settle, and taking your time. So blaming really just serves to take the responsibility away from us. You know, if you look at the situation with my husband, me blaming him for when I'm tired and overwhelmed, and really that's just taking the blame away from me. So when you look at it, you can kind of see what's really going on. You can kind of get that perspective around things. And then you have choices. You know, when I started to really notice that this is what was happening, I could really decide what I wanted to do about it, so that that pattern of blaming could end, and realize that the responsibility sat with me. So when you're ready, from your down dog, inhale, step or hop the feet to the top of the mat into your half lift. Exhaling, folding in. Inhale to come to your chair. Exhale to pause there, draw belly in, lengthen tailbone, squeeze the biceps in towards the head. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, fold all the way through. Inhale for your half lift, and we'll exhale, step left leg back into your warrior one again. Exhale, draw the belly and the hip in. Take an inhale, reach up through the fingertips, lengthen that right leg. And then as you exhale, begin to fold forward, but draw the right hip back. And then the hands come down onto the mat, maybe fingertips see the side of the foot. And then as you inhale, lift the heart. And as you exhale, draw the belly in and draw the right hip back a little bit further and begin to release the head over the leg. So you could do that a couple of times. Sometimes movement, I find, actually releases the leg more than just staying in this one. So as you inhale, you're coming back onto the fingertips, and as you exhale, fold in. But see, maybe you prefer to just pause. Either way, you've got that left foot really pressing into the mat, particularly the outside of the foot, so you've got that inner arch raising, lifting up. And the head is soft, and see if you can roll the shoulder blades away from the head. It can sometimes be surprising how far the shoulders can actually move away from the head. And then as you inhale, come back onto the fingertips. As you exhale, draw the belly in, plant the hands down, and step back plank. Take an inhale there. And as you exhale, crown of the head comes forward. Really control that as you come down, nice and slow. And then inhale, cobra or up dog, keeping the feet off the mat. And then exhaling, down dog. And then from your down dog, inhale, step or hop the feet to the top of the mat, half lift. Exhaling, folding in. Inhale to your chair. And exhale to fold all the way through. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, right leg steps back. Inhale to your warrior one. Draw belly in. So you've only got a moment there to draw in, and then another inhale, reach up through the fingertips, lengthen that left leg, and as you exhale, begin to fold forward. And as you do, the left hip draws back. So the fingertips come onto the mat. Make sure the outside of the right foot is pressing down. Take an inhale, lifting the heart. So helping you to lengthen the back of the body. And as you exhale, fold in. Couple of times like that. Or just simply pause. If pausing feels better for you, maybe you can go deeper in the body. And whichever is right. But really make sure that there's no tension in the neck, whichever one. There's like a softness. And then inhaling, coming onto the fingertips, draw the belly in as you exhale, plant the hands down, step back, plank. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, travel through, but go slowly with that, so really drawing in. And then inhaling, cobra or up dog. And exhale, down dog. And again, that pause. Lifting pelvis as you inhale, spreading fingertips more and more. Maybe there's a tiny bend into the elbows, so you're strengthening the arms instead of just locking out the elbows. And then from there, inhale, step or hop the feet to the top of the mat. Half lift. Exhaling, folding in. Inhale to your chair. And exhale, squeeze biceps in, draw belly in. Feel that strength in the arms and the belly and the legs. So keeping the knees over the ankles. And then as you inhale, straighten the legs, reach the hands up. And as you exhale, bring the hands into the heart space. And just take a big breath into the heart, lifting the hands. And exhale. You kind of feel that grounding back down into the earth. And again, we'll inhale, come to our chair, just briefly there, sitting down. And then as you exhale, fold all the way through. Inhale, half lift, so you're drawing the shoulder blades away from the head. Step back, left leg. Lead with the left hand. Inhale to come up, opening up to the side, straighten through that right leg. Inhale, palms facing forward. Exhale, reverse, so you're reaching that right hand up. Take a big inhale, and then as you exhale, come forward into your Trikonasana, so the hand below the knee somewhere there. Little finger just resting on the leg, and you're drawing back through the left shoulder. Just pay attention to that left foot. If you need to kick the heel out for a little, so that you can get the outside of the foot really drawing down into the earth, and do that. And you're lifting up through the left hand. You might gaze up to the hand, and that might give you an indication of where the hand is. So you're not drawing the hand so far back that it's not in line with the shoulder anymore. Keeping it over the shoulder. And then take an inhale, press through the feet, bend into the right knee a little as you come back to the top, into your warrior two. So you might find that you want to go a little bit wider through the legs, and you're reaching through the fingertips, gazing over the front fingertips. And just feeling that there's a little bit of softness through the neck and the shoulders, sinking down into the right leg, knee over ankle. Strong legs, strong arms. And then as you inhale, bring that right hand up to the top. So you're reversing, you're opening up through the side body, and then as you exhale, come forward. So either the forearm on the knee or bring the hand down on the inside and reach that left hand up and then over the head. And if the hand comes down, you might play with bringing the right hand under the thigh, left hand behind to take hold of the fingertips for that bind, but just stay open through that left shoulder. So keep that drawing back and opening, and see if you can bend further into the right leg so the knee is staying over the ankle. And then as you inhale, press into the feet, come all the way back up to the top. And as you exhale, straighten that right leg. And then turn the toes so that the feet are pointing in towards one another. And then as you inhale, reach up through the fingertips. And as you exhale, bring the right hand over the left, the right elbow over the left, so your eagle arms, or take the shoulders. So take an inhale there, make sure the legs are working, and then as you exhale, bend into the hips and come forward. And as you come down towards the earth, can you just allow the shoulders to release? You're staying in your eagle arms, but it's like a softness, it's like a broadening across the shoulders. And little by little, you could see if you could lengthen the tailbone, lift the pelvis up ever so slightly. It's like a little bit of weight into the toes. And then pressing down through the feet, inhale to come back up. Exhale, release the arms all the way up to the top. And then turn the right toes forward and release down, vinyasa, or you can just come to your down dog. Lovely. And then from your down dog, take an inhale step, hop the feet to the top of the mat, into your half lift. Exhaling to fold in. Inhale to your chair. Squeeze the biceps by the head, and then as you exhale, fold back through. Inhaling, half lift, and as you exhale, right leg steps back. Lead with the right hand as you inhale to come up to the top. Legs are straight. Reach that left hand up, so you're inhaling, reaching the hand up, opening through the left side, and as you exhale, come forward into your Trikonasana. So the right hand is reaching up, very little weight into the left leg, drawing back through the right shoulder. Keep the right foot pressing down. And to create that lightness, each time you exhale, draw belly in, feel that lift through the pelvis, through the pelvic floor. Soften through the neck and the jaw. And then pressing down through the feet, inhale to come back, bending into that left leg for your warrior two, maybe widening the legs, gaze over the front fingertips, strong arms, strong legs, reaching out to the sides, pressing down through the feet. And then as you inhale, bring that left hand up to the top. And as you exhale, come forward, forearm onto the knee or the hand down. Inhale, reaching the right hand up and maybe over the head as you exhale. But you're drawing back through that right shoulder. And if you want to play with that bind, you could bring left hand underneath the thigh. And then right hand over the back. Yeah, and then you're opening up through that right shoulder as if you're lifting the right side of the heart up to the sky. Nice deep breaths. And then release the bind if you haven't already, and then inhale to come back to your warrior two. Straighten the legs, turn the toes inwards. Inhale, reaching the hands up. And as you exhale, bring left elbow over right, your eagle arm. So take the shoulders, take an inhale, and as you exhale, fold forward. And create that softening through the shoulders. Feel as if you could breathe into shoulder blades. Let the arms be heavy. Let the head be heavy. And bit by bit you could see if the legs could lengthen. Outsides of the feet pressing down. And then pressing through the feet, inhale to come all the way back up to the top, releasing the hands up. And then turn the left toes forward, move all the way through a vinyasa or just down dog. Taking your time to get there. Lovely, and then pausing in your down dog this time, those little check-ins, lifting pelvis a little, each inhale. Keep the fingertips spread. Can that space between thumb and index finger make any more connection with the earth? And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale and hop or step the feet to the top of the mat, but to the outside of the hands. So as wide as the mat. And then squat down, sit down into your squat. Maybe elbows into the knees or the thighs, and then lifting the heart. So you're pressing the hands in, lifting the heart, lifting the chest, and as you exhale, draw the belly in. So do that a couple of times, just that little energetic lift as you inhale, and exhale, draw the belly in. And then take an inhale, and as you exhale, bring the hands down, so moving towards your crow. So drawing the elbows down towards the knees, squeezing the knees in, and then rocking forward, lifting up onto the toes, and then seeing where you can find that balance onto the hands. So using the strength in the arms, but also finding that balance in the body. Yeah, that looks good. And it's that squeeze in through the knees I find works as well, is kind of that trusting and finding that balance where you're not going to tip over and you're not going to go back, just that midpoint. Yes, well done. And then stepping back, move through your vinyasa as ever, releasing that off. Back to your down dog. And then from your down dog, inhale, step or hop the feet. Half lift. Exhaling, folding in. Inhale to come all the way up to stand. And exhale the hands into the heart space. Pausing there for a breath. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, draw belly in. And then inhale, reaching the hands up to the top. And exhaling, folding all the way through. Release the hands and head. Inhale for your half lift. And exhale, step the left leg and the right leg or a jump back. And then move through your vinyasa. Inhaling cobra. Exhale down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, sweep forward. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, reach the right hand up. And exhale, bring the right hand onto the knee. And allow that knee to move out to the side. And then there's that little bend into that left elbow that you could play with. So obviously now the left leg is lifted, which might make it a bit more intense into the hips. See how that feels. Maybe quite strong into that left arm as well. And then inhale, come back. Exhale, plant the hands down, vinyasa. Inhale, right leg lifts once you get back to your down dog. Exhale the foot forward. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale the hands on the inside. Inhale, lift the heart. And as you exhale, bend into the elbows, sinking into that. Inhale to lift. And then exhale, walking the hands to the middle of the mat and then over to the left foot. Lengthening that right leg away. Inhale. Exhale, bend into the elbows. Inhale, back up. And exhale, walking your way back. Your vinyasa. Step the right leg back. And back to your down dog. Again, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, forward. Plant the left foot down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, straighten that right leg. Inhale, lift up through the fingertips. And exhale, fold forward, drawing the right hip back as you go. Inhale onto the fingertips, lift the heart. And exhale, fold in. Inhale to lift. And exhale, vinyasa. Oh, Tony, you're back. We lost you. And then we'll do all of that on the other side. So we're inhaling, left leg lifts. Exhale, forward. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, the right hand down. Inhale, lift the left hand. And exhale, hand to knee. Pushing the knee out to the side onto the side of the foot. Inhale, lift the left side of the heart. And as you exhale, bend into the right elbow. Pausing there. So remember the elbow is going towards the body rather than out to the side. So maybe that quiver into the arm. And then inhale back up. And exhale, vinyasa. Inhale. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, forward. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, hands on the inside. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, bend the elbows. Make sure the left knee stays close to the body. Inhale, back up. Exhale, walking back to the back of the mat to the right foot. Lengthen the left leg away. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, sinking down. Inhale, up. Exhale, walking back. Step back to your vinyasa. From your down dog, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, forward. Plant the right foot down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, straighten the leg and begin to fold forward, drawing the left hip back. Inhale onto the fingertips, lift the heart. And exhale, drawing back. Inhale onto the fingertips, and as you exhale, vinyasa. Inhale. And exhale, and then you can pause in your down dog or maybe a child's pose if that would be the right place to be at this point. Taking your time. And then coming back to your down dog if you're not there already. Inhale, right leg lifts. And we're going to move into pigeon. If you prefer to do it on your back, you can, but the right leg coming in between the hands or over towards the right wrist, left leg lengthening. Inhale onto the fingertips. And then as you exhale, walk your way down. So you could just be on the forearms. You might allow the head to come down. And if you're on your back, right ankle across left. And just drawing inwards, settling into that bit by bit, allowing gravity to do more of the work than strength or striving or determination. And particularly that exhalation allowing you to soften and release. So instead of blame, we can invite in acceptance. And acceptance in this sense is not a kind of giving in or being passive. It's not about resigning ourselves to things that we just don't agree with or we think are wrong. And it's nothing to do with detachment either. So it's all about kind of opening up and seeing things as they really are, really receiving and taking hold of what is actually happening. So in that kind of knee-jerk reaction, those habitual blaming situations, we can often just not see the bigger picture. So awareness helps us to do that. And acceptance gives us a kind of a pause and a period of allowing and letting be. And in that pause, we can choose how to respond rather than respond in the way that we habitually do. And remembering that these habits are formed over a long time, probably our whole life. And sometimes we realize that the best thing to do is actually nothing at all. So really our mindfulness practice gives us choices. How to be, how to respond, and then what to change. You know, when I became more and more aware of my habit of blaming my husband for things, I could make choices. I could look at where my responsibility sat and how I wanted to live my life. I didn't want to be in a stressful, overwhelmed, tired place. I didn't want to be that person. So it takes time to change these things. So, you know, giving yourself space to be able to do this. So then take another inhale, and if you're in your pigeon, come back onto the hands, and if you'd like an extra thigh stretch, bring the right hand to the middle of the mat, bend into the left leg, and if you're on your back, you can stay there a bit longer, or you could release, have a bit of movement side to side. You're drawing that left foot in if you're moving into that stretch, and you might feel that opening through the left shoulder as well. And then take another inhale, and as you exhale, release. And you can come back to your down dog. If you're on your back, you can just slowly swap over or pause on your back for a couple of breaths. And then that left knee coming forward out to the side, right leg long. And if you're lying down, the left ankle across the right knee. Inhale to lift, and then exhale, walking your way down. See if you can soften through the shoulders just a little bit more, softening through the jaw. And perhaps using the exhalation as a way of just letting go. Letting go of those habits. It's almost kind of making the decision that you're not going to be that way. And then things can just release quite naturally. Shift and change quite naturally, no force. It's just what happens when you become more and more aware. take another deep inhale. Coming back onto the hands if you're in your pigeon. You could always stay if you're on your back. Just stay there for a few more breaths. You could bring the left hand to the middle of the mat, bending into the right leg, reaching round to take hold. And that side might feel a little bit different, so go easy. Just gently drawing that leg in. And then take another inhale. And then exhale, release. Press into the hands, coming back to your down dog. Have a little walk out through the legs. And then we're going to come to sit. So if you are lying down, just gradually make your way up. Going to bring the legs wide, or as wide as is comfortable for you. Tuck away with the pelvis at the back. Press through the heels. Hands beside the hips. Inhale to lift the heart. And as you exhale, draw the belly in, interlace the hands, and circle through the hands as you reach forward, or circle through the hips as you reach forward and around. But keep pressing through the heels. So as you inhale, you can come up to the top. And as you exhale, reaching forward. And this might get bigger, and you might release the interlace of the hands and almost kind of reach the hands over the head. So depending on what's happening in the back of the body, this might feel quite nice just to reach forward and over to the sides and up to the top, depending on how that feels. And then the next time you come up to the top, inhale and exhale, move in the other direction. You might even just take your time a little as you go through certain bits. You might just get like to a juicy bit that just feels good. You might just want to reach through and stretch it a little bit more. Next time you come up to the top, take a big inhale. Press through the heels, make sure the legs are working there, and as you exhale, bring the hands forward and feel that it's like the tilt from the pelvis that brings you forward rather than shoulders or arms reaching forward. So it's like you're just tilting forward and seeing where might be possible. Hands might come down, elbows might come down, doesn't really matter. But stay pressing through the heels. So you're engaging the legs. And then there might be that sense of breathing into the back of the body, softening the shoulders away from the head. Long breaths. And then as you inhale, come up onto the fingertips. So you're not quite all the way up, but you're just up onto the hands or the fingertips. And as you exhale, draw the belly in and walk the hands over to that right leg. And you might even draw the pelvis, draw the belly over towards the leg so that you can then fold over that leg. And you might bring the left hand to the outside of the right foot, if that's possible. So basically you're stretching more from that hip, that left hip, all the way up through the side, through the armpit, through the side of the arm, if that's available. And then take another inhale, lift the heart a little, and exhale, stay low and see if you can walk over to the other leg. Do a bit of an inhale so you're getting that length, you're drawing the belly over the leg and then walking your way down that leg. And the right hand might reach out to take hold of the side of the left foot. Maybe. Quite a deep stretch. See if you can drop the right shoulder. You might find it's kind of lifted. See if you can level out the shoulders. See if you can stay pressing through the heels. Nice deep breaths. And then take an inhale. Walk back to the center. And then roll all the way up. Help the knees to bend. Soles of the feet on the mat, hands behind the body, lift the heart. And then you might press into the feet and lift the pelvis, but you could just lift the heart if that feels enough. And if you do lift the pelvis, draw the knees towards one another so you're engaging the legs. You could release the head, but again, not essential. See how that feels. And then another inhale to lift the pelvis. And as you exhale, release all the way down. Hug in, so draw the hands away around the knees, maybe hover on the pelvis so you're just lifting the toes, the feet. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, come to sit. So we'll do our pranayama, our alternate nostril breathing. So any way that makes sense for you to sit there. Roll the shoulders back, left hand on the leg, right hand thumb to right nostril, and then ring finger to left nostril. But breathe through both nostrils. Long inhale. Long exhale, softening the shoulders, softening the neck. Close right, inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Continue like that with your breath. If you feel you can lengthen the breath ever so slightly, then do, but no strain. See how it is. And then the next time that you exhale through the left nostril, no rush to get there, but just release the hand and breathe through both nostrils. Just allow yourself that moment to pause and be feeling all the sensations from your practice. And then when you're ready, slowly coming down onto your back, knees bent, soles of the feet onto the mat, the knees in, have a little rock side to side. And then reach between the legs to take hold of the ankles or the outsides of the feet for your happy baby. You might move side to side, or you might just pause. And see if you can lengthen the spine just a little, so not the crown of the head, the chin towards the chest, and the tailbone lengthening. And just a slight drawing in through belly. And then take an inhale, and as you exhale, lengthen that left leg away, and see, press through the left heel, and see if you can bring the hand to the right foot and draw that knee in, or to the ankle would be fine as well, drawing that knee in just a little bit more. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, bringing that right knee over to the left, so moving into a twist. And if that left leg long doesn't make sense for your twist, then obviously bend back into it. But allowing that right shoulder to come down towards the earth. You've almost kind of got that pendulum balance between the right shoulder going one way and the knee going the other. And that deep twist in the body. It's almost like a wringing out. That last effort of letting go of anything that you just don't need. Any blaming habits. Any thoughts that are just holding you back, that create stories in the mind that maybe are just not true or not real, not how things actually are. Letting them go. And then as you inhale, come back, bringing the knees in. You can come back to that happy baby briefly, taking the ankles or the outsides of the feet. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, lengthen the right leg. Take both hands to the left foot or the ankle, and draw that knee in just a little bit more. Press through the right heel. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, bringing that knee over to the right. And if the right leg long doesn't make sense for your twist, then obviously just bend it. Reaching that left arm, left shoulder out to the side. Knee going one way, shoulder the other. Twisting through there. Maybe feeling that even across left hip and glute. Through the body. And then as you inhale, come back to the center. And any last little movements that you might need before your Shavasana. And then make yourself comfy. And maybe allowing chin to drop towards chest, neck to be soft, shoulders moving away from head. The arms and hands heavy. The spine resting into the ground. And the legs heavy and releasing. And just noticing the little movements in the belly and the chest. How that feels to just be with your breath. Nothing you need to do. The breath just breathing itself. Slowly beginning to find your breath again. Long inhales, long exhales. And then moving fingers, toes, slowly and gently coming back. Just sitting for a moment, being with your practice. And maybe just setting an intention for the rest of the week, just to maybe catch any blaming habits that might be there. Seeing if you can just bring a light to them, see what's really going on, what the story really is. And then seeing if you can invite in a little bit of acceptance around it, soften around it, and let it go. So hands to prayer, closing with one Om. Take a deep breath in. Om. Thank you for your practice. Namaste.